In this intro, I just wanted to show you guys from the last video, Maya's room completed without her bed in it, and then a little clip of her room after her bed was put in. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. As you can see from the introduction, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a view of Maya's room once it was complete, including what was putting her bed in here, which was a chore in itself, but we got it done. It took her dad a little bit longer. I mean, we've taken this bed apart and back together quite a few times, so he's getting pretty good at it, but it's still a lot of work. Thankfully, it's all done and she is loving her new room and she is sleeping amazing. I don't know what's going on with this hair that's sticking out like that. Anyway, so this video here is going to be sort of a part 2 to the one you guys saw last Monday. So this one is the cleaning of Ariah's room. So now that Maya's bed is out of there, we were able to clean fully, deep clean that room. It was getting dusty and a little dirty. She doesn't really do anything in it other than sleep. Now there are some toys in there, and so she does go in there and play a little bit. She still plays in here too, but it's sort of just a little bit of both. She now has room to explore in both rooms, so she likes that as a 1.5-year-old that doesn't want to sit still. But anyway, this video today will just be me cleaning her room. I took her crib, pulled it away from the wall, and worked on cleaning all of the floors, all of the baseboards. And then I also went through all of their clothes and made a pile so that I can organize the clothes that are too small for them for the Just Between Friends sale that I'm going to be doing in April. So that is what this video is going to be today, and happy Monday. I hope that it will give you guys some motivation to get you through the rest of the week. It was much needed. I'm a little sad that the girls aren't in the same room anymore, but for now, until Ariah is probably 2 or 3, it's probably going to be for the best. Eventually, I'd like to get them in their own, or in their same room again. Maybe get a bunk bed and have them in the same room when Ariah is, 3 or so that the sleeping's a little bit better. But in the meantime, both the girls are happy. They're both sleeping really well, which in turn helps me. So that is the video for today. It will be sort of a part 2. And I am working on a spring cleaning video as well. I've slowly just been doing spring cleaning around the house, things that were so much needed. And although it is kind of technically spring here, it snowed today. It didn't stick, but it still snowed in March, which I think is probably normal. And for anybody that knows me or is watching this from Alaska, sorry. I'm already used to not having snow, so I was pretty upset when I was driving my car this morning. And it wasn't even really snow. It was like wet slush. Anyway, so look out for that spring cleaning video here in the next couple weeks. I will be done rambling now. Let's get started with the cleaning of Ariah's room. So as you can see from most of this video, I kind of did it in parts. I did different sections of her room just so I could kind of move things around without pulling everything out of her room. I did the part where her toys were first with some of the floor, and then I went over and pulled out her crib. So then that way I could get the crib area first so that I could put the crib back and it could be out of my way.
What do we do to love when everything's said and done? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love when everything's said and done?
So the spray you see me spraying around the windows is just a mixture of vinegar, water, and peppermint oil. I actually read online that it's supposed to deter spiders, so I will let you guys know how it works. I've been using it around all of our windows and our doorways and entryways just to kind of minimize the amount of spiders we get in the house. So next I just went through all of their shoes and sorted through the ones that were too small for them, and I put them in the laundry basket that's in the closet. I always have a laundry basket in their closet, that way I can put any clothes that are too small for them, or I put a shirt on and you can see that it's obviously too small. I can take it off and just throw it right in that basket, and then that way I have all their clothes that are too small in one single area. That way when it gets full I can donate it, or it's in an easy pile for when I'm doing a sale like the Just Between Friends sale.
What do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love when everything's said and done? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love when everything's said and done? What do we do to love?
Now this was a fun part and actually rather satisfying, pulling out the crib. It had been a while since I had dusted or cleaned behind it, so there was some buildup that was actually pretty gross that felt so good to get clean. As you can see from the crib was also really dirty, so I felt good to be able to go in and get it all nice and clean, and it was super satisfying once it was actually cleaned.
When everything's said and done, what do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? When everything's said and done, what do we do to love? I've never really been the one who's worried, always been the one who's keeping it cool, the kind of guy who chill while others hurry. I didn't know that I've been the fool. I've been telling lies about something real, but I know love is based on honesty. Kept thinking how real love should feel, knowing that it's not just you, it's me, 'cause I was made to be free. I am made to be free.
This part was also super satisfying, but look how gross. You can see from even super far away how much buildup was on the baseboards, and it is just rather embarrassing actually, but it feels so much better now that it's clean.
Well, I am made to be free. Been thinking about myself and myself only. I've been like that since I was a kid. I've always put my feet wherever I want to.
This duster is just a standard Swiffer hand duster, but the great thing about this one that I really love is that it has an extender on it, so I can get the entire ceiling of any room in my house with this duster, which is amazing to me. For those of you that don't know, I am 4'11", so I can't reach things very tall. So it does help to have that extender when I'm dusting.
I am made to be free. I am made to be free.
So I tried her crib in a new part of the room, and I really liked the way that it looked. However, Maya's yellow belt is mounted on the wall right above where this clip is. You can't see it in the clip, but it made me super nervous. I wasn't sure that I wanted the crib right below it, just in case for some reason it did fall off of the wall. So I ended up moving back to where the crib was initially.
I know that it's not about you, just me.
And for those of you that have watched my other videos, I just have a standard Swiffer mop. It is the wood jet one, made for specifically for wood. The spray that comes with it is also made for wood. But I just have a standard mop, nothing crazy. I do really want to get this cedar spin mop. I just haven't, because we haven't needed a new mop. We have a Swiffer, it works just fine. There's not really a need for me to buy a new one. So maybe one day I'll splurge on it, but for now I'm sticking with the Swiffer. Then I went ahead and just wiped down their dresser. We use this dresser as sort of a makeshift changing table. You can see me putting back the blankets that we use as a changing pad. We didn't actually buy a new changing table when we moved down here, simply because she's not going to be in diapers for a heck of a lot longer. So I didn't want to waste our money in buying a changing table when this would work just fine for the little bit of future that we have until she's out of diapers. Now I'm just going through their massive wardrobe, sorting through their clothes and finding out what is too small and putting it in that same laundry basket that's in the closet. And because they shared a room, obviously both of their clothes were in here. I am not going to move Maya's clothes to her room. One, because the closet that I ended up using, I put a good majority of her extra toys in, but also because this works just fine with all of the girls in this closet. And I simply don't want to have to move her clothes. I've moved them once already to get them down here. I don't really want to have to move them again anytime soon. And then for the fun part was putting everything back together, putting her toys back where I wanted them. I moved things around a little bit until I kind of got comfortable with where everything was. I did end up putting a little play set in here after all of this was recorded, so it got moved around yet again a little bit, not too much. Most of it stayed right where I put it, but a couple things got moved a little bit. But you can see me moving things around, trying to make up my mind on where I want things, just sort of the organization process. And here's her completed room, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It gave you some motivation to clean, organize, or declutter something in your house. This was much needed for our house. Her room needed to be cleaned, very much so. So I feel so much better now that it's done. I hope that it gives you guys the same motivation to do something so that you feel a little better after something in your house, a project, an organization, a cleaning is done. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to my channel. I would love to have you as part of my YouTube family, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye!